Well, well, well. Would you look at that? We got another level 7 passed. To give you a little backstory on Barren, this track came out at the beginning of Rising, and GT4 was the only person to have passed this track for a very long time. And then Plop just came out of retirement, comes on to Trials and just annihilates the track within a week. That's pretty incredible. And Plop was also a person that really wanted me to push myself to pass this track. As of right now, I think Barren is one of the hardest tracks that has actually been passed on Rising. The other one that's been passed that I think is on par with it is a track called Hella Sick that Dave made. Right now, Alan is the only person that has passed it, and I've done the extra checkpoint version, but it is pretty incredibly hard. Especially because it's a back wheel only track, and I don't think that this bike does very well with back wheel only. I've talked about that a bunch in the past and how the wheel just likes to stick to the wall, and yeah, I like the hitboxes a little ridiculous on it. But the other couple of tracks that Dave has made that I think are just as hard, if not harder than Barren, are Ozone and Animus. Ozone, I just did the extra checkpoint version on stream, and there is one checkpoint in the middle that is like actually a level 8 obstacle. And then Animus is another one I've worked on in the past with the extra checkpoints, and it has the longest checkpoints I have ever seen. Like, it is on par with Infinity, another track that Dave made back on Fusion. So to add on to how difficult this track already is, I had to deal with the little micro stutters, the little 1-second freezes and pauses as I played through it. Every 5 to 10 minutes it would happen. And you'll see it actually occur here on this checkpoint when I'm trying to do this stationary hop. Luckily enough, on this fault I was able to regain my balance. And there it is, right there. So you can see the text moving in the top right. That's the Nightbot music that is playing, and my PC was running just fine. Like, it was scrolling and doing its thing, and it's just the game. The game is constantly stuttering. It's not having any of it for whatever reason. And this happened ever since the February patch for PC players. It was perfectly fine before February. I don't know what happened with it, but it really needs to change. Please, Red Links, you need to fix this ASAP. This makes the game so much harder to play, so much more frustrating, and not grind worthy when it happens on stuff. And I want to keep grinding these level 7 tracks and push myself as far as I humanly can, but this is just not fun. On a lighter note though, I was just trying out some of the bike specific leaderboards on Rising today, and it's really cool how it works. I'm really glad that they added that. A question that I have for you guys though is, what would it be like if every bike was available on every track? So there's a lot of pros, there's a lot of cons to each side, and I'm going to try to cover some of those right now. So for me, I think some big points to make on it is there's a lot more replayability and challenges. And there was also leaderboards put up for the King Crab and the Tevatron. So this was new knowledge to me. Apparently they will be adding in a penny farthing bike, and that's like one giant wheel in the front and a tiny wheel in the back. It looks kind of like a clown bike, but yeah, that's really cool. I know we talked about that on a podcast episode, and that was what I believe Dave told me would be a fun bike to try out as a penny farthing. I also think it would be great to see every bike available on the Ninja tracks in particular, because as we know, the Alpaca was definitely viable on the first 3 Ninja tracks. I've tested the Helium out on Black Belt, and it's possible to do that if you take it into multiplayer. But I'd like to see all the other bikes. I don't think all of them will be possible, but I still think it's a lot of fun trying it out and seeing how far you can get on each bike. On the other hand though, Red Links made these tracks specifically to cater to certain bikes. And if you throw the Helium into it, that bike is very powerful, and you might see some more passes on Black Belt with it, and I don't know if that's what it was intended for. And from a community standpoint, it would be really nice to see more people pass that track. But then again, you could look at Rise of the Dragon, and Curse of the Demon as well, where the helium would just demolish those tracks, and there'd be some new records on it, for sure. Another note on the negative side of having every bike available is I don't think every bike is that much fun. I don't have a lot of fun with the crawler. I think the shopping cart is a meme. I hate the Scarab, even though it's a world record contender for a lot of tracks that require coasting on, like easy to medium tracks. It does very well. But there would be a lot of obstacles that just would not be possible for, you know, even hard tracks. Definitely extreme and ninja tracks. Some things would not be possible unless you mess with like the gravity or you mess with the speed of the bike in general, which you can do in multiplayer already. Overall, I think having every bike on every single track could be a lot of fun and a really good investment of time to challenge yourself to something that you normally wouldn't do and get used to. But that's going to be it from me, you guys. I hope you guys enjoy the reaction at the end, and I'll see you in the next video or the stream. Peace! Oh my fucking god, I'm lagging. Ah! Let's go! Let's go! Let's go! Let's go! It's over! The Barren grind is over! Oh my god! It just happened! What the fuck?